All right, y'all, I've been at this for a few hours. It is judgment time. No intro, no nothing. I haven't filmed anything. I haven't filmed anything at all just because you guys already know it is time to start and time to see if it'll start. I'm gonna try to crank it over and just run it for a few seconds. Actually, I'm gonna prime it first, make sure there's no leaks. And then when I start it, I'm gonna verify the fuel pressure and try to get that adjusted. And then I'll try to let it run for a few seconds, see what it does. I still have to top off the coolant. I still got to get coolant in here, and then power steering fluid. But other than that, here we go. I don't see any leaks yet. Prime it one more time. All right, y'all. Oh man, there's a little bit of smoke. I'm trying to maybe see where that might be coming from. I don't really know where it would be coming from. I know initially there can be. I was worried that this belt was gonna rub, but I don't see anything. Fuel pressure seemed pretty dead on. Man, it started right up. Now I don't have the fans hooked up or anything. I got coolant in it, but I still got to top it off. So I need to figure out how to get fluid in here. I know the pump is running. Oh, how am I gonna do this? All right, you guys, as you can see, it is started, man. Oh, man, the thing has started, and I've been out here working on this thing forever, you guys, forever. And, you know, first off, I was just starting off, you know, doing all the double checks and triple checks and making sure everything was where it should be and whatnot. And there's a couple little things that I had to fix first. And then I wired up the heat exchanger pump, and that's what gave me fits for like 2 hours. I was trying to figure out this thing, and I had the wiring and everything correct. I could hear it come on, and it just wasn't flowing the water. Like, I couldn't see the water coming out of the reservoir, so I didn't know what was up. I didn't know if it was blocked, if it had air or whatnot. So I just like loosened it at different locations and just tried to bleed it and whatnot, and it still wouldn't do anything. I was stumped, man. So let me flip this camera around so I can show you guys. All right, you guys, so don't mind the mess. I mean, this place is a mess. There is water. I put Dex Cool in it for the heat exchanger and all that, and you know, because I had to take off the hoses and this and that, it was a pain in the butt, y'all. So this garage is a total mess right now. But anyways, back to what we're talking about here. So originally I had this hose right here. It was actually wrapped around the bottom of part of the frame, and then it came up through here, through right here next to the frame, and it looped up and then came around and then went to the lid. And my only thought was that maybe that loop that goes like down and under the car and then pops up right here and then comes up at a vertical and goes there, I thought maybe it just got stuck. The routing was like just too steep, and it wouldn't pump up the water far enough to get up and back to the lid. So I took that hose off, and I took it off the heat exchanger, because the bottom part here, the hose that goes to the lid right here, is actually the hose that comes out of the other end of the heat exchanger right there. And so it looped like under a part of the frame and then came up. So again, I just thought maybe it was just too steep and it couldn't pump the water high enough. So I took it off, and then I basically tried to like lay it down flat as I could in the engine compartment, and then water flowed out. And so that was kind of my only thought. Maybe it was just too much of a dip, and then kind of like a S-curve vertical steep, and it couldn't come up. I don't know, but I've seen builds that have crazy routings of hoses and everything, and I don't know, man. So I don't know if there was air in it or not. I don't know. But once I moved it, so what I did is I went, I don't know if you guys can even see it, but you can see that hose right there. It goes up and in right through that gap. If you guys can see that gap right there, so that's the hose right there. It comes out through right here, and then it comes just straight out, and it's not so much of a vertical until it gets to kind of here and then to the lid. So, and sure enough, I filled it up and it started working. So I don't know if that was it. I don't know if it was just air blockage or what. You know, I mean, I messed with it for like 2 hours, you guys, no lie, trying to get that water to flow, and I couldn't do it. So it was sucking the coolant down, but it wasn't returning it through the lid and then back to the reservoir. You know, and this hose was just like dry. I would get kind of like spurts. I could hear it pop out, or a little bit of fluid would pop out in there, but then that was it. And I didn't know what was up. So I rerouted it, and then it ended up working. So I don't know what's up. I don't know. This is actually the original way that I wanted to do it. Anyways, because I moved the radiator over because of this hose, but then I moved it back over to see if I could just run it through here, just to temporarily kind of see if it would work if I ran it through there. And then the hose ended up reaching anyway. So I don't know, maybe it was because of this. I cut it in half, and then I was able to kind of stretch it a little bit, and that made it work. So I don't know, maybe that was it. But yeah, y'all. But anyways, long story short, it's running, man. It's running, and this whole thing's a mess. There's some other things that I have to kind of deal with, but I'm running out of time tonight. I still got to go to O'Reilly's and get this part, and shoot, man. Then it's kind of clean up. I mean, this place is a mess. So, but with all that being said, you guys, even the pain and the grief and the mental stress that this thing caused me today, I am happy to hear this thing run, man. That whistle, that whistle, y'all, that whistle. Oh, man. I mean, I had that whistle with the Pro Charger. This is a little bit different sounding. I tried to give it gas a little bit, and it seemed like it wanted to die. So, I don't know. I don't want to run it too long, and I don't want to do too much with it right now that it's, you know, running, but it's not quite tuned yet. So, I'm just going to kind of let it be. And you know, fix it all up and make sure everything is good, and then just get ready for my tune. So I gotta message my guy to schedule that probably about 2 weeks out, and in the meantime I'll have a lot of time to kind of just make sure everything is in line and good to go. But man, you guys know what to do, man. Get in the comments and let me know, what do you think? How did you like that sound? What did you think about it running, seeing it and everything, man? And a Caprice, box Chevy Caprice, y'all. Oh, I'm super excited though. I'm super excited, but I do got to get to the store before they close. So let me go ahead and get out of here. But you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff, y'all. Stick with me. We got this. Holla. Deuces.